Hello everyone, Kaoz here, and welcome to another old school Runescape video. And as of December 31st, we did it. We streamed every single day in 2022 without skipping a day. In this first video of the year, I kind of want to do a little recap when it comes to old school RuneScape, the content we got, what's to come, and of course, some insight as to what it was doing this full time, or what is doing this full time, in case you want to try it in the future, and hopefully you find some inspiration for this if you want to give it a go, as it is a ton of fun. My only disclaimer for this video is that, as you can notice, it is going to be unscripted. I only have a couple of notes in front of me, which I will follow. But if you notice any stuttering, any brain farts, well, that's what will happen. I have a little announcement at the end of the video when it comes to the streaming schedule. If you're not on Discord already, which, by the way, join, link in the description below, so you can be on the same page as to what's going to happen next year when it comes to live streams, okay? So, yeah, let's begin. What was it? Streaming full-time. Old School RuneScape 2022. Now, I'm going to start further back, and I want to tell you what the context, or like maybe what the inspiration was for doing this challenge. If you remember, or maybe if you were one of the 10 people who watched my streams when I had about 2,000 subscribers, maybe halfway through 2021, I did it when I was working my 9 to 5, the one that I quit. If you remember, I quit my job for Leagues 3. That was a ton of fun, but I streamed to about 10 people, maybe once a week. Now, the reasoning behind it was, if I want to stream Leagues 3 every single day, then I want to get comfortable with streaming. So let me practice when I have some time. And of course, well, with the videos, I didn't really have a lot of time because I was, I had my 9 to 5 and I also had to make videos. I was able to make 3 videos a week, which at this point, I don't know how that was possible. So I only had a couple of hours to stream on Friday. When I get the announcement, or when we learned that Leagues 3 was going to get delayed because of Group Ironman, well, I quit my job, and then I was like, hey, can I come back? And they were like, sadly, no. I'm like, whoops, well, I'm just going to stream something else, or do something else while we wait for Leagues 3. Then what happened was that we got great news. Next was going to be what's going to be coming to Old School RuneScape, and of course, it was going to drop on January 5th. And I was like, all right, if I start streaming and if I stream the preparation for next, I can stream it for a little bit and then, do a few kills and work my way to Leagues 3, which was January the 19th. Then we can stream the event and then see what happens from there. I started on the very 1st of January, and of course I did some preparations. We killed next, which honestly got a little boring really quick because, well, I didn't get any unique drops, which was a little demotivating. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And because I got bored, I got like around 200 kills on Mass Worlds. That was pretty much it. I then, did some other like bossing, pet hunting while we waited for Leagues 3. We did our 24-hour stream, we did the entire event, and after that I was like, this is fairly easy. Let me keep at it and see how long I can keep the streak going. And now we know that this streak was an entire year, and that is something I am really proud of, really happy with, because I met so many of you. That is the context behind it. Now, when it comes to Old School RuneScape, I quickly want to talk about what it was playing it and also streaming it. So I'll give you like a little recap combination between what we got this year and what it was like playing it for you guys. So obviously first we got Nex, and that was a ton of fun because it was the very first time and the only so far that one of my streams has hit 1,000 live viewers. To me, being watched by anything above 20 people is honestly incredible. But being watched by 1,000 killing a boss in a 20-year-old video game, it's honestly a little mind-blowing, and I really have to thank you guys for that. When it comes to the content, Next was a ton of fun, and it proved that Jagex has great plans when it comes to, keeping things like in check when it comes to, like for example, bandos. You need bandos components for Next. You have the Zarite Crossbow, the Zarite Band Braces, new best in slot. It was a ton of fun looking at all of those items find, their home in Old School RuneScape, which I really was thinking that people were going to be against it, because, well, we know that people don't really like things from RuneScape 3, but we'll never know. So doing Next was a ton of fun. Leagues 3, it wasn't really a core update to the main game, it was actually a game mode, but I have been a huge fan of the Leagues game mode since the first one. I really enjoyed the first and the second one being my favorites. The third one, I believe, is the worst one because honestly, if you have no sense of restriction you have to feel bad for not picking something. And when it comes to Leagues 3, if you were able to unlock every single thing right away, well, it was basically like playing the main game only on steroids, faster and more drops, and it honestly felt pretty weird. Thankfully, I got the Dragon Trophy, but towards the very end, I honestly didn't enjoy it as much as I did the second one and the first one, but hopefully Leagues 4 is going to be a ton of fun. The third major update we got this year was Guardians of the Rift, the new runecrafting minigame that came to revolutionize the skill, and as someone who loves the skill itself, I can tell you that there was nothing better than looking at a minigame change the entire meta of the skill this way, because what once was thought as like the most tedious, slowest, the most painful skill in the game to train, it turned into something that people actually enjoy, hopefully. And also, not only they give you a minigame, but also items to train it outside and get a ton of benefits, you know, in the mainland with other runecrafting altars, which honestly was, in my very personal opinion, is and will be the best skilling update the entire game since I started playing in 2018, and who knows, maybe only the new skill is going to be able to surpass it, but hopefully Guardians of the Rift, you guys enjoyed it a ton. The next one is Giant's Foundry, and I'll have to be honest, as a max to main, it was a ton of fun experiencing it, getting the molds and everything that I personally wanted out of it, but as a max to main, it doesn't really serve a purpose. Now, I understand that, you know, you have to keep things relevant for other game modes, and obviously this was aimed towards Ironmen who would like to recycle their materials and something, but it was definitely nice and healthy for the game, as it is obviously another way to dump your items, and of course an item sink that could potentially be healthy for the future of the game. Giant's Foundry was a ton of fun. I hope they implement some of those mechanics in one way or another in the future, as maybe skill-based leveling up is something you have to pay attention to, is something that I'm a huge fan of, and of course it removes the AFK away from a lot of the things we have now in the game. You cannot forget about the Tombs of a Mascot in 2022, probably the biggest update ever, honestly, since what, the Inferno, the Theater of Blood, and, well, I mean, obviously being a PvM activity, but not only was this a great addition to the game when it comes to items and, like, PvMing, but it also did a great job getting people actually doing the raid. I remember back then when I would watch people doing chambers, DOB, and thinking, dude, I'm really never gonna do this because, number one, I don't have the resources, number two, I don't have friends able to carry me through this. The way to enter that content, which is so high that it was just not, like, fathomable for me to go like, okay, let's go to Theater of Blood. But for the Tombs of a Mascot, there are so many people wanting to teach, wanting to learn, and you can get in there so easily. Like, for example, if you don't remember or if you don't know, what I think, this isn't confirmed, is that Raid 3, the invocation system was sort of inspired by a RuneScape 3 boss called the Arc-Glycer, where the more attacks you turn on, the more difficult it becomes, and you can do it even like hard mode. So getting Raid 3, like, you can do a 0 invocation level, and even if you're going to get nothing out of it, you're going to learn so much from the game, positioning, prayer switches, gear switches, and so on, movement, boss attacks. It is just so good that it got people to actually raid, and even that, like, initial desire of wanting to raid, you kind of want to try some other content, which is great if someone doesn't, you know, if someone wants to give that content a try. So in my very personal opinion, Raid 3, if Guardians of the Rift was the best skilling update, obviously Raids 3 was the best PvMing content and has been for so many years. So I think we got absolutely spooned when it comes to old school RuneScape content this year, and I'm really happy to see what's to come, which I will mention right about now. So if you remember the Winter Summit, I did not only a live stream for it, I streamed my reaction, but I also did a video explaining and giving my opinion on all of these updates. Now, what I am most excited about is, number one, as of the time you're watching this video, in only 10 days time, we're going to have Secrets of the North, which is a quest that is going to give us access to a brand new, repeatable, farmable boss in order to get a new pet, a new bow, a new a new scepter. And most importantly, what I'm most excited about is it's going to give you a new imbued heart that is going to act as a divine potion, which it will keep your level all the way topped up for like 5 minutes or something. Secrets of the North is going to be absolutely amazing. But when it comes to skilling, the new update Forestry is going to come out, and I'm super excited to stream it with you guys. And even though I'm max player, 99 woodcutting, hunter, fishing, fire making, probably everything that's going to be implemented in the game, I'm going to be doing it with you guys to see and experience everything that Jagex has for us. I am mostly excited, well, the second most excited for Desert Treasure 2, which is going to come out later in the year, which is the summer of 2023. Raid 3 was scheduled for summer 2022, which was released in August, so we're gonna have to wait about 8 months, best case scenario, for Desert Treasure 2, and I am super excited to see what they do with the Ruinous Powers, which is going to be the new way to do prayers. Honestly, I'm really happy to see what they can come up with. Really happy that a new skill passed. It is something that I've been talking about for so long. I talk about that, in my videos and my live streams on Discord, on tweets, and a new skill, the community finally coming together to say, okay, we would like to see a new skill. As a maxed player, 600 million experience, Infernal Max, Kid, Jad Helmet, even though it's not the Zug Helm, I am just super excited to fall in love with the game again, to earn my Maxscape once again, and I just cannot wait to make so many videos and live streams for you guys in order to learn the new skill together, as it is going to be absolutely amazing. So, other than that, that is so far what we know. That is so far what we are going to get. We are still waiting for more content in the later half of 2023, which also Leagues 4 is confirmed for the second half of 2023, which I am going to be clearing my calendar for that as well, so we can have another 24-hour stream and get the new Dragon Trophy. So yeah, I hope you're excited for the for Old School RuneScape. It was certainly a great year, and yeah, so that's what it comes to Old School RuneScaping. Now we're gonna start. Now we're gonna, I would say, transition into the streaming side of things. What were the pros and cons of doing this? And of course, I want to give you a few account highlights and the content that's coming to this channel in the following year. So, if you were to ask me, Kaoz, what were your pros and cons of streaming every single day? Well, I have 5 of each that I want to talk about right now. Not a lot, because I don't want to take a lot of your time, even though it's the first video of the year. So, the most important pro, or the most important benefit of doing this, is that as long as you find consistent income from this, you can pretty much choose your own hours. I mean, I streamed anywhere between 2 to like 4 hours a day, which if you are doing this absolutely full time, you gotta remember that I also teach English for a living. So this is not my main, this is my only source of income. But if I was doing it, it would be incredible because I can choose my own hours, you can choose your own schedule. You're basically your own boss. The second one is that honestly, I am doing what I'm doing with so much passion, and I love teaching so many of you what I have personally learned about this game, and you have no idea what it means to me when I'm on live stream and someone comes in and, hey Kaoz, I used your Fire Cape guide, and I got my Fire Cape after my 10th attempt. It was such a lifesaver, thank you so much. I really cannot put it into words what it means when someone says that, and it just like makes me feel like all of this is so worth it. To some people, this might be like, oh, you're just streaming a video game for people and that's it. But in reality, if we share the same passion, if I can help someone achieve something that they want, even if it's something as stupid as a 20-year-old medieval browser game for children, I'm happy with it. I'm doing what I love, and I hope that we are sharing that same passion, and honestly, I cannot wait to keep doing it, and I will do it until, honestly, I'm tired of the game. But because of you guys, that passion, I don't think it's ever gonna wear off. It's gonna be a few years until you see me leave this channel, so, well, make sure to get used to it. The third one, which is what I talked about right now, is that I just love how many people we have, achieved, we have poached, we have gotten the community. If you join the Discord, like, it's just so active, people are talking all the time, people are in VC. I've gotten so many friends, not only in the game, but like actually personal relationships now, that I can just call people my friends, and people that I'm going to meet next year if my wife gets my visa, hopefully, and if we go to the US or something. That, of course, it's just like, how do we get from a RuneScape friendship to meeting someone IRL? It's just like meeting people in this community is absolutely insane. I love it. The fourth, and I would say this would be the most important in my personal opinion, is that streaming every single day gave me the discipline that my life was lacking. When it comes to my job, when it comes to my English teaching job, of course, that's something I have to do, but I don't really want to do it most of the time. With Old School RuneScape, dude, I just wake up super excited, oh, what am I going to do today? Am I going to do clue scrolls, bossing, pet hunting, Leagues 3? What is there to do? There's always something new to do. And just having that discipline to stream every single day is something that, I don't have, for example, things with food, the gym, learning something else. I just love how consistent I became with streaming, and honestly, I think it was also, a blessing for people who watched, because, well, that helped you get through your grinds as much as it helped mine. The last but not least I want to talk about is that I found a way to passively progress my account. Of course, I play off stream, but, well, I don't really play as much because I have so much to do nowadays that my streams are basically my safe space for my account. Anything I want to achieve with, you know, my character, if I make more in the future, where obviously I have these 2 to 4 hours, you know, dedicated to my account, and that's pretty much it. So that is pretty much about the pros. Now, you can't have positive without negative, and even though there's not a lot that's negative that I can mention about this, you guys might look at your favorite streamers and go like, oh, this is so easy, I can't believe they make so much money from streaming. No. You don't really understand, or you don't really know how, you know, maybe not bad, but you don't know the cons of this until you actually do it yourself, and it's something I actually experienced, and I'm gonna tell them to you right now. The very first one is that with my channel, with both the videos and live streams, I barely had enough time for myself. Like, sometimes I would find myself working, teaching English, and then streaming, and then making videos. There were times which I woke up at 7 a.m. and went to sleep at like 12 a.m. or like if I was unlucky, like maybe 1 a.m. I had so many 12 plus hour days, and obviously I'm not complaining about it. I love working, it keeps me busy, occupied, but I just didn't have a lot of time for myself, man. it was a little too much at times. The second one is that it's a little bit more stressing. Not only do you have to take care of videos, there's a lot of video makers that only make videos and that's it, maybe stream every now and then, but streaming every single day added a little bit of stress when it comes to, you know, this whole YouTube thing that, oh well, I may be behind on videos, but I'm gonna stream today. The third one is that I had to stream through vacation and also me being sick. Obviously I didn't want to do it, but I just had to keep the streak alive. I took my laptop to Cancun, my anniversary, like, travel, and honestly, it wasn't that bad because I only streamed like maybe less than an hour, but I would have loved, maybe focus on vacation and focus on myself, but I just needed to keep the streak alive. Another con is that if you play old school RuneScape and if you stream it, you're gonna get some snipers. I didn't have that many, but a couple of encounters in the wilderness where people were watching me, very clearly trying to hunt me. So I can't freely do things like hunt for the Venenatis pet, Wilderness Slayer, because, well, people are going to find you and people are going to slay you. So that is it. And the very last one, the last con that I can think of, is that whenever you're frustrated at the game, honestly, it's just not great, because if you get frustrated and you don't have any way to cope, well, obviously it is just, you know, you kind of pass that frustration onto the viewers, and it's something I really didn't enjoy that much. So yeah, not a lot of them, they were really minor, obviously, but, well, to be quite honest, I just had so much fun with streaming this entire year that I don't have a lot of negatives to say about this one, so that's pretty much what I could think of. And the last thing I want to talk about is what's going to happen to the schedule that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. If you're on Discord, again, you might have already seen it, but what's going to happen is that I'm not going to stream on Sundays, and I'm also going to take one day off a week to work on the videos. I will announce what that day is going to be on Discord, so make sure to join. And I'm also not going to stream during vacation, and I'm also not going to stream if I am extremely sick. So if I get like any disease that like prevents me from streaming, like a bad migraine or something, I'm of course not gonna stream. But if I have like a, you know, like a light headache, like a stomach ache or something hurts, like the flu, I'm gonna keep streaming. But that's basically what's gonna happen. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, and I hope if you made it this far, you have no idea what it means to be doing this, not only for a living, but also to have so many of you watching and like interacting with, interacting with the videos, the live stream, the Discord. It's honestly a dream come true. It may sound corny, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for it. Not only that, but thank you to every single person who has become a channel member. Time to sell out. All these people that you see right here have given a monetary pledge to the channel, like a Twitch subscription, basically, even though Twitch is garbage. But yeah, you can do the same by clicking the join button below and see all the cool perks and rewards you can get out of your monetary pledge. And of course, help this Mexican feed his family, because obviously times are tough. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, where I am going to tell you guys, is it worth maxing an account in old school RuneScape? What are the benefits? What are the cons? Pros and cons again, and hopefully you are looking forward to that. Thank you so much. I wish you the best year of your life, Cheers for a great 2023, and I will see you then. Peace.